Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DND404. I am your DM, Tony. And joined with me today are the other three. Oh, wait, you didn't realize that person was secretly bad? Well, I guess you didn't pay attention to the foreshadowing I am now just inserting in the last season. Jared, worst endings ever.
What's going on, guys? Armos checking in. I would have to say the worst ending of all is Game of Thrones. It was pretty bad. That entire ninth season, scrap it. Just start over. Do it again.
What do you mean?
One of the most iconic bad endings to a season ever, I would say.
Especially when 1 through 6 was just money. And then once they had to go off on their own and start doing the stuff before the books were out.
Yeah.
Fumbled
No. They left. They rushed it to do fucking Star Wars just to ruin that piece.
Also
I'm not going on this again. I'm sorry.
Hot topic, obviously.
Yeah. Dan, what about you?
Hello, everybody. My name's Dan. I play Minnis PebbleWalker, your tiny little Swarmkeeper Ranger. And mine's not as iconic as Jared's, but still grinds my gears. How I Met Your Mother.
You son of a bitch! Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now, dude? Oh, are you?
How did I take yours 3 times in a row? Or someone took yours. No, Jared took Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. I didn't know that it was like, I wasn't like, I liked the show, but I never sat and watched it in a row or anything like that. I just remember people really not liking it, but I remember watching it and being like,
the show's
it's not
great.
how I would
like the first 3 seasons are really, really solid, but the 2 last seasons, there's like an episode here or there, and then the final episode is just like kind of slapped together in a really lazy way.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Sorry for taking yours, Tony.
The last episode didn't need to happen.
Right.
It just could have ended at the first episode. I think they fixed it in the DVD box set.
Fixed it?
Like the pivotal
spoilers,
thing didn't happen.
Yeah.
So my name is Alec. I play Drell of the Ashborn, and my TV show that I think had the worst ending was a post-apocalyptic show called Jericho. It was 2 seasons, and it was about like a post-nuclear wasteland type thing. And if you ever wanted a cliffhanger, the very last episode of season 2 is probably the biggest cliffhanger episode of a TV show I've ever seen in my life. And that is the episode the show ended on. I haven't seen it in a while, so I actually don't know if it's an actually good show, but I hated the ending. What about you, Tony?
I got a hot one for all you anime lover fans out there. Evangelion. We're all one orange goop. It was. I'm sorry. It's just I hated it. I don't think it was cool. I think it was a weird cop. I don't know. I didn't like it. If you're an Evangelion fan, you're probably cursing my name, and I'm gonna look you dead in the eye in this all audio podcast. I don't care. It was
That's
bad.
Neon Genesis, right?
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Which I think when they kind of like redid it, they changed the ending slightly, but whatever one encompasses everybody in the giant orange goop of love.
It is.
Yeah, that one.
It is considered a highly controversial ending based on Google AI. I'll
based on
let you know when I watch it.
Honestly, save yourself the time.
Story's supposed to be pretty good.
You know what's pretty good? Not taking my fucking answer in the beginning. Hey, everybody, you know the deal. We're going to go ahead and give the rundown before we get the recap. And today's rundown is brought to you by J-Man himself.
What's going on, guys? I did not understand the assignment this week, but make sure to go and leave us a review. I'm telling you, any engagement we can get, we read every comment. We love to see them, so if you can, show it.
Jared loves engagements.
Yes, I do, actually.
Loves when people get married.
I really do. It's great. I'll go to a wedding like that. You tell me, I'll be there. Send us a wedding invite.
He saves
leave a
every
comment.
To
wedding invitation in a binder.
He survives this.
Yeah. Give me a +1. Me and Dan will be there.
He gets wedding invitations graded by PSA.
Yeah,
true.
I could tell you. I could tell you where your wedding, should be going. That's, before you even have it, you just let me know. Wedding planner.
He could give an inspiring speech if he actually needed to.
You darn right I could. Let me tell you. But anyways, go check out the comments.
Definitely make sure to leave a comment during these next 2 episodes because we are going to read the best ones in a final end of podcast. Well, end of arc. Not end of arc. End of campaign. My goodness. We're gonna read them at our little end of campaign special episode that we're gonna do, going back and looking at all the episodes and whatnot.
Or else we'll just end this show on a cliffhanger, and then you guys will be SOL.
Yeah,
it's just gonna be a Mad Libs book.
That's all D&D is. Just one big Mad Lib.
Stop! You're gonna break the immersion. Stop it.
That's how we've been doing it this whole time.
You can't let them know. You can't let them know that.
All right, Tony, roll us into that recap.
Now, you know the deal. I'm going to roll my giant foam D4 half-eaten by my bunny, where I am number 1. 2 is Alec. 3 is Dan. 4 is Jared. Let me go get it.
I really thought when he got up, it was going to be
I'm not a plumber.
I thought you had the dice on you and you're going to do something silly.
Oh, right. It's just in my butt.
You just had this mischief, glee in your eye.
You should roll the hoop onto the dice.
You know what? Bowl it into the hoop.
Oh, I like that.
On the ground.
Yeah, take the hoop off and bowl it into it.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant try to roll it. Okay.
Redo. Take the next one.
Yeah, but you got to throw it hard.
Tony, wait. Explain what you thought I meant. Explain.
No.
You may have bowled it into the door.
But I'm not going to do it.
He thought if he bowled it hard enough, it would roll up the wall into the hoop, which is on the top of his door.
Put it to the right more.
All right.
Towards your whiteboard. All right. He's going an inch every time.
We're never going to win.
We're
never going to win. Hey.
Sorry, it's mirrored. That's why. I'm a little...
No.
All right, Tony's up. He's got 2 more to get the spare. Will he be able to clutch this and get the victory?
You know what they say? You're either good at bowling or good at something else.
I know what you're saying.
13.
Who do you think you are? I am.
He made it.
I'm just going to move the net. I'm not going to touch the
Move your mic. How is there always shit in the way?
Oh, that was
when
amazing.
We're trying to fucking see
There's no way that's another 2, right?
That's not me. I'm on the left.
It's a 3.
It's a 3. Hey, that is me.
Oh, thank Jesus.
Dude,
Oh.
We need a comedy skit of
person.
the entire rolls and how they're always just off the camera or something's in the way or that there's just no way to see the dice roll.
I'm actually surprised I was able to do that because my office right now, I'm getting shit out.
Your athleticism? Is that what you're trying to say?
But just not enough room for my athleticism here. My room is filled with Funko Pops that I'm trying to get rid of, and I'm looking for old trading cards and stuff because thanks to Dan and Alec, they got me on that shit again. Got me on that wave.
Yeah, dog.
Last time on DND404, Minnis almost found himself getting entranced, going up the marble steps, but was pulled back by his companions and Reginald, who warned him that there was some crazy demi-lich above. As they sat and rested and got some HP back, Armos reached into his bag and remembered that he had to give Minnis something that he had gotten from Miranor. That thing was a letterbox from his mother. After looking through the box, he found, of course, her old recipes, a wonderful letter from his mother, who he did not read, and an old toy. And an old toy from his childhood that looked eerily similar to Sid. After collecting himself, they went up the stairs and found themselves in a giant room with a dome surrounding them, oil-like, lava-like substance, goop underneath them, and a winding spiral path made of metal going towards a platform and 4 colored runes, or columns rather, in the center. There's a moon above. Minnis jumps over the second ring tier, and that is when Zaroon popped up and cackled in Minnis' face. They got into a heated battle, but before the battle could get even started, Armos kind of just snapped his finger and trapped him in a box. Went into the middle, obviously destroyed all the platforms with all those colored runes, and talked to Pharos. who told Minnis that he was not his father after all. In a rage, Minnis goes back and with the help of his friends defeats the skull within inches of their lives. Armos was fine, but inches of Drell and Minnis' lives. And they go back to have one final heartwarming discussion with Pharos before finally leveling to 20. Bard, play that intro as we finally get to player level 20 characters.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the world of Humbrea, featuring 3 first-time adventurers and 1 very patient DM. This is DND404. Fellas! Boyos, welcome to session 142, where we pick up in the Vault of Life, in the middle of the Ruby Castle, a Christos castle, where Pharos, the alleged god of luck, has passed away, but not before the 3 of you freed him, and he had given you his godly presence, which had ascended the 3 of you to level 20. Upon reaching level 20, you gained all the benefits of a long rest and everything that accompanies with it. During this time, I will give each of you a few minutes to make sure that everything is in tip-top shape and your character sheets are aligned, and you are indeed at the top of your game. As Pharos' body dissipates and dissolves, but rather going towards the moon in the center of the dome-like ceiling, it instead phases away to its proper resting place.
Thank you, Dad. I mean, Pharos. Sorry, still not over it.
I'm not your dad. That's his whisper.
The wind blows.
Yeah. Little note for Minnis. I was able to take another cleric spell, but there was no cleric spell I wanted to take. So with Tony's permission, I have taken the upgraded 2024 rules for Cure Wounds that now does 2d8 instead of 1d8.
Yes, I allowed this. Definitely not in a fugue-like prepping state where he took advantage of it. No, I made this conscious decision, and it's definitely not going to bite me in the butt later.
He's fine.
He's fine. He's fine.
Guys, I feel great. I don't know about you, but it's like all my tiredness was washed away in an instant.
Yeah, we needed that.
Big time. Yeah.
Badly. I feel like we've just been nonstop ever since we got into this place.
Yeah.
It has been nonstop. It has been.
Me and Drell almost died.
Yeah.
They almost died, Armos. We're
Seriously.
Fine. And we're not going to stop either as I start to give an inspirational speech. This is the one. This is what we've been training for this entire time.
It is.
1 prophet, 2 prophets, a demon, another prophet.
How much do we get at your level 20 now?
25 temporary.
25. Whoa, one more.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. Armos, Drell, you notice that Minnis' presence is a little more exalted than it previously was. You notice that his eye color had shifted. His eye color is now gold. Similar to Pharos' eye color before the presence had shifted.
Amber to gold.
Even though the 3 of you have absorbed the same godly-like essence, only his eye color changed.
That's pretty rad.
What?
Your eyes, they're gold now, so I don't know what your dad,
What?
I mean, Pharos did, but...
Oh my god. Are they okay? They're still in there. They feel fine.
No, he said they're gold.
Oh, I thought, okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, it wasn't that poo-poo brown.
I pick up one of the SIDs just to see if they're gold too, and I kind of squint at them.
You look into one of these Sids, and you're looking into Armos Sid of the Hellfire, and you're examining him, and his eyes are still glowing with this blue-like energy that they've always been glowing with. And as you shake him, Minnis, you feel a tingling sensation in the back of your mind. It almost feels like all these little tiny goosebumps are now tingling, almost at the base of your hairs from your mohawk. And you feel like you can touch upon them, a singular spot. And it's almost like second nature to you if you wanted to. And as he shakes it, and as this Sid looks into Armos, that's when this tingle erupts.
So as he's looking at his Sid, I feel connected or something?
Yes. You feel like you can tap into that sensation if you wanted to.
Wait, Armos, keep looking at him for a sec, would you?
I stare deeply.
As
I try and focus in on that moment.
You're like staring. Sid is inches away, and as you're looking at Armos holding Sid inches away from Armos's face, your vision steps too, and as if you're seeing both sights simultaneously, yet not focused on either or, you're seeing your normal perspective, and you're seeing the Sid's perspective into Armos, and you just see Armos's huge fiery eyes, like inches away from your face, as if you're looking through the POV of Sid of the Hellfire.
Oh my goodness. I try and tap into Lord Baron Sid.
As you're trying to extend where you are, you can only see all the Sids that are within your immediate presence here.
Okay, that was too tough. But man, I can see through your eyes, Sids. This is great.
Meh. Just the Sids gesture to themselves, and they gesture to you, and they gesture back.
Does that work mechanically in some way?
Yes. Mechanically speaking, you can, if you were to place a Sid, you can see from that perspective of the Sid.
Okay.
So it's almost like an orb of scrying.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. So before we go, I gotta get this whole ring thing figured out. With the benefits of the long rest, I can reset my ring.
Yes, we talked about this in the after show last session. You can reset the ring. We'll just say for mechanics' sake, they're already charged.
So any ideas, guys? Any spells you guys want to give me? Maybe bless, Minnis?
Yeah.
Can you give me a bless?
Pretty good idea.
16 minutes and 39 seconds later.
Okay, so I think we decided I'm going to take bless, hex, and then 3 level 1 absorb elements.
Ooh, it's gonna keep us safe. Well, it's definitely gonna keep you safe. Armos, anything you gotta say before we get out of here? Your speech was great, by the way.
I'm conserving my energy as I'm just hyping myself up in my own head, just ready.
Gotcha.
Where are we going, by the way?
Back out. And I start walking around the spiral.
Oh my god. I'm not jumping, I'm walking. I'm conserving my energy.
So you are in this dome-like room with a ringed path that circles out up to 4 times. And in between this ring-like bridge, where Pharaohs was in the center of, is this molten goop-like lava with these massive blood-shard spires arching over the bridge menacingly.
I hit one of the blood shards.
Absolutely.
Woo!
You take your tome as your blue purified acrylic shard absorbs one of the massive blood shards.
Guys, go ahead and catch up. I gotta tie my shoe real quick, and as soon as they turn around and start walking, I dink one real quick.
Yeah, almost. We're definitely gonna need that. Yeah. You return to the tomb of the first prophet, where you have fought Oravexus, the first true prophet of free will, the one that started it all.
It looks like the door to this place is open now.
Yes, the door that leads to the Garden of Victories is open. You go through the Garden of Victories, and it's just as you left it, where you see the giant tombstone golem in a kneeling position with an empty palm facing up towards you, where it had given its orb to you, its soul vessel. You walk past it, and it takes about 30 minutes for you, the 3 of you, to make it through the Garden of Victories. And once again, you go through this brilliant, vibrant, beautiful garden with all these destroyed, hanging planets, hollowed out, void of life, hanging above you as past victories, like some sick cosmic trophy case. And as they hang in the astral sea, enter back in the Observatory of Birth, where you find yourself once again a floating black marble staircase that spirals downward, floating through the astral sea. In front of you, in the center of the staircase, extending as a bridge, in the center of a rift with magical arcane chains wrapped around it, a symbolic closing of a portal far below you, is the final door to the throne of creation. You see that the soul vessels in your bag almost begin to jostle and react in your bag as you get closer to the door. And as you walk across the bridge, you notice that far down below in the astral sea where the staircase floats is that rift. And however, the rift seems to be almost bursting out of its chains. The chains are holding true and are still locked However, it looks like the spell is having somewhat of a hard time, as the rift is like expanding and contracting in place.
Well, okay, Armos.
I take out those and see what kind of magic starts to happen.
Take out the soul vessels, these orbs, all unique in its own shape. Some are liquid, some are floaty, one you can't even touch. One smells of rot, the other one is beautiful like a flower, and they all begin to float. Each individual orb fits into orb-like slots, like a perfect stone key. As a large red flash of energy can be seen through the cracks of the door, as this large castle gate begins to slowly open, as you see this just blinding light of red encompass the doorway like a portal. So, Reginald speaks up. Any last inspiring words?
Oh, is he gonna give another speech?
Well, I mean, maybe you could you? And he looks at Reginald, looks at Armos. I'm not worried. I mean, I'm not scared. I'm just saying we want to wait out here maybe another 20 minutes. I mean, it's totally fine. I'm not worried. I'm ready to beat this dude's ass. You know, I'm sick and tired of him. He's a tyrant. But if you wanted to wait a few minutes.
Are you scared?
No,
is that what this is?
I'm a literal demon. Have you seen? This is where I come from. I'm me. Me?
You're acting kind of strange.
I'm me. I'm not acting strange. You're acting strange. I think it's weird that you don't want to give another inspiring speech.
I grab him by the ears and I look deep into his eyes like I was just looking at Sid. We are going in there and we are finishing this, and I need you at the best you can be. I don't need 7-winged Reginald. I need 8-winged Reginald today.
You see, as you grab him by his scruffy cheeks, his ears are flat back.
And then I put him on the ground, and then I said, no matter what's behind that door, we're going in together. We're ending this together. And when it's over, we can put everything back the way it was.
Yeah, and you can unpluck my 7 wings, right? That was...
I look at Reginald's scars on his back. Yeah. 8 wings. That's how many.
8 wings.
I lean over to
You hear
Minnis.
that, Sid? He yells at Sid. You hear that, Sid? Me?
Where's is there a Reginald Sid? I can't remember.
Regisid.
No.
Reggie Sid?
Sticks attached to it.
I didn't.
We've talked about it
before. You hear
before.
that, Reggie Sid? Don't embarrass me. Don't be scared.
Before I go close to the door, I kind of step around the perimeter of this center platform and look down into the space. It just goes distances and towards whatever those kind of runes were, those kind of spells.
It is a massive swirly red rift that looks like a portal, and there are these blue arcane chains with a lock in the center of it holding it together, and the rift is bursting out of the sides of the chains wherever there's an opening.
And I pull out the 2 blood shards I have. One is obviously Armos's most prized, best person he ever knew, his dog Layla. And the other is the blood shard from Hubert Hubble.
R.I.P.
It's a real one.
This is for you guys. And I grip them tight and put them away. Okay. I'm ready when you are, guys. No time to wait.
Let's do this.
Almost is ready.
Minnis steps up to the door.
Drell stands off to the side, but behind Minnis.
And the 3 of you enter the white flesh. As you enter, as quick as you walked in, there is nothing behind you, no doorway that you had just entered through, but you find yourself on a long, thick, black marble stone path, similar to the bridge that we're on. However, there is a wide vastness of red all around you, a blood ocean, slowly crashing waves against this long plateau-like platform in front of you. As you hear the echoing, crashing, thick, mucky, bloody waves against the black stone, you notice that the black stone is dripping and pouring blood out of the side, feeding into this vast ocean. Ahead of you, on this plateau of black marble that is bleeding, is a large, blood shard-like throne that expands high into the horizon. on the platform that the throne rests on is this blue cosmic energy coming up between the tile of the black stone. And in front of it is a simple circular staircase that drops into a pit. And high above, hanging ominously over the center of the platform, is that same bluish, tealish moon, miles and miles into the sky, hanging over as a warning to you, eerie symbol of what is to come. You see, in front of the throne is this Drell. You see this tall Goliath, what you believe to be the perfect version of a Goliath. However, it once looked like your father, but now resembles more of you. You see more of yourself on that platform than your father, but you do see some of your father's characteristics within you, as if you've aged 20 years.
Yeah.
Armos, you see from the distance you are currently at, you in this cloak, this with all these spiraling horns, this very elegant tiefling with a determined face and a shit-eating grin. Minnis, you see this big, huge minotaur, but the minotaur has more of your features. It is you, but 8 feet tall. Black fur, red mohawk, but its eyes are red, not gold. And you see that that you know without a doubt that this is a Christo standing on the pedestal as it is looking up at the moon high in the sky. That looks like this realm looks into the astral sea and then turns its attention towards you as the three of you are now making your way down this thick black marble path. What are the three of you doing?
Well, Drell definitely is preparing his axe, and at least right now I don't know if you're gonna let me do this now, but I just want to establish where the +3 is before we get into a battle.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna keep it probably in my AC right now.
You have +3 to your AC?
Yeah. And I just pull out my axe and just continue walking down the
Minnis. Armos.
Yeah, Minnis kind of follows suit with Drell. You know, he prepares his rapiers at his hips, gets his sling out, and kind of holds one of those spectral SIDs in his hand as it kind of floats and walks into the sling, ready to fire. I believe in you guys. I hope you believe in me. And as he walks, he's gonna look at one of his SIDs in the group that's now following him, and you see this almost army of SIDs now around Minnis. All right, Sid Prime, you stay here just in case, okay? And I'll use a bonus action to leave one of the SIDs back here.
Armos, what are you doing?
I go into a rage.
Wait, that's my thing.
I'm looking through my book, just doing last minute checks as I pick up Reginald, put him on my shoulder one last time.
As you see that a Christo does nothing more but stare at you. As the red eyes, and all three forms have these red eyes, stare at you intently. There is no emotion on its face, but a serious one, as it stares down the three of you. And you all notice that in each form that the three of you are able to see is this large, crystalline, ruby gauntlet that looks like it's twice the size of whatever form you're currently viewing it as. And it shines, it is sharp, and it looks deadly.
I think for like 30 seconds as Minnis is walking around the right side of this area, he's just staring at a Christo eye to eye, and then stops probably 80 feet away from a Christo and kind of just looks over at Drell, looks over at Armos, making eye contact with each of them before making any more movements, because he's concerned that a Christo is just kind of standing there.
We're having ourselves a standoff right now?
For the
Is that what
time
I'm
being.
hearing?
Yeah.
You see a Christo begins to take a few steps down the stairs from his platform where his throne rests onto the black surging marbles flooring. You see that where he steps on the black marble flooring, this red energy illuminates under him. And you notice that once he takes a step, thunderous sounds come from the blood ocean below you. You see the surge of sparkling blue teal energy crack through the waves as you see spurts of blood come up like geysers. You feel this immense pressure coming from way above you, from the lingering moon. He looks at the three of you, and then he looks at you, Minnis, last. He points his ruby gauntlet towards you, and he says one word. He goes, "Worthy." And you see this necrotic blast of black energy swirling with red, cosmic red, shoots towards you. Everybody roll initiative as he takes a surprise attack on Minnis.
Oh, shit.
Or he takes a preemptive attack on Minnis.
It's only surprising if I don't see it.
Nat 20.
Nat 20?
Bro, Armos ain't here to play around. You better get ready. There's going to be a lot more Nat 20s today.
I love it. Cool.
It's going to be a lot more.
23 for Minnis. 19. Almost a Nat 20.
Drell got a 16.
Still good. Still good, Drell.
Minnis, I'm sorry. What'd you get?
I got 23.
23. We're going to start the round, Minnis, as a bolt of energy comes flying at you at rapid speed with a 26 for damage. Does that hit? 26 to hit.
It's probably going to be more damage. 26 is going to hit me,
Yes.
of course.
26 is going to hit. 15 points of necrotic damage as this bolt spirals to you, and you see that he immediately looks like he's about to charge as all this red energy flails from his cloak, as it looks like you see an after image of himself. We're going to start the combat at the top of the initiative 23 Minnis.
I straight up eat that blast without moving and just stare at him. And I'm going to cast, let's just start off right. Minnis is going to just use one of his new spells right away because he's like, we're here. There's a Christo. And I'm going to cast a 5th level Conjure Volley.
Conjure Volley. What does that do?
Brandish the weapon used to cast the spell, which for this spell is just going to be my sling with a Spectral Sid. But what he does is you guys see him throw the Spectral Sid about 60 feet in the air, and then they all turn into hundreds of Spectral Sids and rain down on a Christo. Hundreds of similar spectral weapons fall in a volley and then disappear. Each creature of your choice you can see in a 40-foot radius, 20-foot high cylinder centered on that point makes a dexterity saving throw and then takes 8d8 force damage. Half as much on a successful save.
Ooh, okay. I'm sorry. So what was the what save do I need?
Dexterity.
Dexterity saving.
And I'm hitting the center platform. I'm not sure if that matters, but I am also hitting the center platform near a Christo.
He got a 22 dexterity saving.
Yeah, that's going to pass, as he's going to take 25 points of force damage halved.
Ooh, 25
12.
points of force damage halved, which is going to be 12. You see he eats it and continues to advance on you unfazed. You don't even hear a shriek of pain. What else are you doing?
After that volley rains, I stare at him, kind of smirk, and then I'm going to run 30 feet to the south.
30 feet to the south. Okay. Love it.
And then my turn.
As we move to initiative 20, Armos.
Trying to figure out exactly, like, you know, what kind of tricks are at play, because he knows that this isn't going to be as straightforward as possible. He's just going to start with Eldritch Blast at first. Just run it off right. 23 to hit?
Hits.
Oh, 32 to hit.
Hits.
20 to hit.
Hits.
15.
Misses for 26 points of damage.
He's knocked back 30 feet, and he's slowed by 10 feet. And I have Witch's Sight.
Witch's Sight allows you to see the true form. What's the range on Witch's Sight?
It is 30 feet, within line of sight. Yep.
You hit him with these Eldritch Blasts. You hit him with 3 bolts. As he gets sent backwards, you see his gaze shifted towards you, and you hear him mutter a word. He mutters a word in this cosmic language that you've been reading on all these doors, but it translates to, you hear it as the word expunge, as you, all of a sudden, a blast of necrotic energy, almost like a necrotic hellish rebuke, lands on you. You're gonna make me a dexterity saving throw of a DC 22.
Got 3.
Nice and easy. You're gonna take 9 points of necrotic damage here as you explode into this necrotic energy right after you cast this spell. And you see that when your eyes come through, he's actually teleported 30 feet to where, in Minnis' direction on the east side of this black-like platform. What else are you doing?
I'm going to Hellish Rebuke that damage. I think I can. Is that correct?
You can use a reaction on a reaction. Absolutely.
Perfect. Reginald, get him.
And you see that as Reginald appears in front of a crystal about to explode, you hear the words echo through all of your minds. You now realize he's talking to you telepathically. That's how you heard the words worthy, and that's how you heard the word expunge. As he looks at Reginald and he goes, betrayer, soiled rot, wasteful. Reginald explodes into this ball of fire, making a dexterity saving throw.
DC 19.
He passes with a 30.
He'll take 10 damage. That's already half.
Nice. What else you doing?
Move just a little bit more to the west side, and then that's going to end my turn.
We're going to move to initiative 18, which is a Christo, and he advances 30 feet forward towards Minnis' direction, heading south on the platform. You see as he raises his ruby gauntlet up, a cone of blood begins to spew out. You see up to 40 feet, this whirlwind of blood and blood shards begin to spew out like a tornado in a 40-foot cone towards Minnis. Minnis, you are going to make me a Constitution saving throw of a DC 22.
Fail.
You are going to take 64 points of necrotic damage as you are covered in all these blood shards and blood as you are slapped around within its typhoon.
Yeah, you see my SIDS kind of cycling around me and teleport me 30 feet away towards Armos. Oh, that hurt, Armos. This is going to be tough. And I use my reaction, obviously, to do that.
As it's not close to the rest of you, you see that it stops at its place as it's still making its way towards the group of you. So we're going to go ahead and move to initiative 16, Drell.
First, I want to look at, is Bless a bonus action or an action? Like, is a spell?
It's an action.
Okay. Then I think what I'll do is I'll look at Armos and Minnis and Sid and Reginald, and I'll just cast Bless on everybody.
Using your ring of spellcasting, you tap into the inner mind's Minnis, casting Bless, his modifier. What does that do? What does everybody get plus on?
It's a plus D4, I believe, on saving throws and attack rolls.
Yep. Awesome. What else are you doing?
I am probably going to move. I kind of want to move like, oh, I can't dash now that I guess I took an action. So I'm just going to move 30 feet closer to the, like just on the steps of the center.
Okay. You move 30 feet into the center of the room onto this platform. Now this platform is 5 steps leading up, and you look down. It looks like a well, but you look down into this well and it goes 4 miles. It goes down and down. You are looking deep into the astral sea.
Oh.
And you see way deep down, you see 2 circular objects. You see a reflection of this moon that you see high in the sky, and you see your home. You see the world of Humbrea, and you see these dark red clouds covering the planet as this ominous moon, this image of this ominous moon lurking over it. We're gonna move to initiative 23. Minnis.
Yeah, so I'm going to walk about 15 feet right next to Drell up on this platform, and I'm going to pull out my rod of alertness. I'm going to smack that down with an action, creating a 60-foot aura of protection.
Ooh, love it. 60-foot aura of protection.
This almost encompasses the whole area, which is pretty great.
Yes, the rod of this platform is not terribly big. It's about 140 feet wide and 115 feet long. It's a circle, but like it's weird. It's more like a wide oval.
And you all of us now have +1 to our AC and +1 to saving throws, as long as you're within the circle.
Nice.
I'm going to step another 20 feet back. All right, Drell, do your thing and end my turn.
You got it.
We're going to move to initiative 20, Armos.
Seeing the guys all kind of doing buffs, I get the idea, you know what? It's not a bad idea. I'm going to bonus action Tasha's Outwardly Gaze, and I am going to do the upper planes versions of it. So I am immune to radiant and necrotic damage. You are immune to radiant and necrotic damage.
Dang.
I'm immune to charm.
Goodness.
Once he hit me with the necrotic damage, almost all of a sudden gets an idea, cast this spell that now makes him immune to necrotic, sprouts some wings, and feels like he's more agile than ever and gets bonus 2 to his AC.
It lasts for 1 minute and you concentrate on it. This is a concentration spell. 1 minute is 10 rounds.
Yep. 10 rounds.
10 rounds. And we are currently on round 2.
And then, so that's my bonus action. And then for my action, Eldritch Blast again.
Roll a hit.
Is going to be a 23 to hit, a 30 to hit, 18 to hit, and a 31 to hit.
3 out of the 4 hit.
So 7 damage, 12 damage, and 9 damage. He gets pushed back 30 feet and is slowed by 10 feet again. I have a flying speed of 40, so yes, I go up in the air 30 feet. And I hover.
Okay.
And I look down upon his weak-looking image. He was within 30 feet of me, though. At that... Oh, no, he wasn't.
He's
No,
at
just kidding.
45.
So close.
Gotta get there, man. We gotta
The
see
whole
it.
reason I've taken this ability is because I want to see what he actually looks like. I'm on the precipice of being able to see what I'm actually looking at. What poor excuse of a man he is. Or, monster. Whatever. That's
What
my
else
turn.
you doing?
That's my
as
turn.
we move to initiative 18, which is a Christo, as he takes this blast, as the ruby gauntlet takes a brunt of it, he slides back and he looks over at Drell on the platform, and he is going to use a bonus action where he turns into a bunch of shards, teleports 40 feet in front of Drell, right on the ledge of this platform. Drell, you are going to make me...
Oh, that was 45, sir.
Yeah, true.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
Absolutely right.
Gotta keep him honest. Gotta keep him honest.
What's the reach of his weapon?
The ability is anything within 50 feet of his destination, and you need to make me a Constitution saving throw, please, of a DC 20.
Okay.
Add a D4, add a 1.
Yep. Without any of that, that's a 21.
21. You pass. You're gonna take half of this damage, so you can take 5 points of necrotic damage as you see him materialize in front of you.
Killed you once, and I will kill you again.
And you see that he takes his ruby gauntlet and he begins to unleash a flurry of blows onto you. He's going to take 4 attacks.
Okay.
A 20 to miss.
Yep.
As you deflect these attacks, another 20 to miss.
Okay.
28 to hit. A nat 20 on the 4th attack.
Reaction on the... I'm going to use my reaction Dragon's Tail.
Sure.
And that is now my AC is 34. So
34.
third attack misses.
So that 3rd attack misses, but that 4th attack got a nat 20 on you. You're going to take double damage here. 51 magical bludgeoning damage. And an additional 15 points of necrotic damage as he breaks through your defenses. You see as you deflect it with the axe, and then the tail comes in to deflect that 3rd attack, and he breaks through with the ruby gauntlet, punches you right in the chest. You see that where he is standing, he's hovering over the empty hole that you are standing in front of in the middle of this platform.
And Drell, you just gotta make concentration checks.
Yeah, you gotta make a concentration check on that last one, but hold the bless.
Okay.
Gotta get hit at 25. Easy.
Constitution. Do I get to use Blessed now? Is it
Yeah,
a
the
saving
bless
throw?
helps. Yeah, it's a saving throw.
Okay.
Plus the one from the...
That's crazy.
There's a chance.
Oh, there's a good chance. Without any of it, it's 26.
That's great, dude.
As he hovers over the hole, Armos, your witch's sight kicks in.
Yeah.
As you
Yes.
see your red eyes swirl into this purple-like spiral, as you see a Christo for what he truly is. And just like his ruby gauntlet, you see a thin, slender, crystalline figure. You do not see any facial features. His whole body looks like an amalgamation of blood shards, and he is very jagged and sharp. He does not have a mouth, a nose, ears, nothing. Just 2 eye holes that are glowing red with pulsating energy. And you see that he is wearing this black cloak as small blood shards stick out through the hood. But you notice something. His left hand is small, and he has that massive ruby gauntlet in his right. But where your heart would be is a big hole. And you see that where it's broken through, you can see right through the hole, right through his chest. You see that the edges of those blood shards looks like they're constantly forming and breaking away at the same time to keep the wound there constantly. And the edges of that are glowing this tealish blue, similar to the color of the moon. He looks like a humanoid version of a blood shard. He is pure crystal. We are going to move to initiative 16, which is Drell.
Okay. So what I would like to do is I'm going to walk up to a Christo and just say, yeah, you've killed me once, and you might kill me again. But this time, I'm taking you with me.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to hit him with my axe.
Roll a hit.
That is a 33 to hit.
That hits, and he's going to use a reaction.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
18 damage.
18 points of damage as you see he bursts into all of these shards, and you see as blood jumps. You see blood spurts jump between all of these tiny shards as it completely swarms your axe, and he moves 30 feet forward towards Minnis. You are going to take 5 points of necrotic damage as he moves past you behind Minnis. Minnis, you are also going to take 9 points of necrotic damage as all of these shards pass through you, and this blood jumps from crystal to crystal as he begins to reform behind you.
All right. Well, then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to make my way back to him. I am going to use my next 2 attacks.
Sure.
Be like, I'm sorry, I was talking to you. And that is going to be a 29 to hit.
Hits.
And my last one is a nat 20.
Yes.
So that's going to be 51 points of damage.
You slash through him as your family's axe illuminates from the shard. As you see, he disperses into thousands of these tiny blood shard crystals. And you see that they start to zap and connect with each other as they look like they're trying to reform, but he remains dispersed.
Okay.
You see that a lot of these blood shards have completely disappeared as they disappear right before they hit the floor. He does not reform.
So I can't take another attack?
He's completely exploded. There is no target in front of him.
Oh.
Great, man. The one time I get to use this ability. Guys?
Did you do it? Can't be that easy.
Yeah, I want to say yes, you know me, but I don't think so.
No, this isn't over yet.
I think this is a long con or something.
Is there anything you're doing on your initiative?
Well, I can't do too much more. That pisses me off. I'm gonna bonus action go and do a rage.
You go into a rage.
Yeah, what the fuck?
As we move to initiative 23, Minnis.
I guess since he's shattered on the ground, I'm gonna walk 25 feet up to the platform, peeking down and seeing that moon.
You look down and you see for miles away, you see your home world. You see Umbrea. Looming in the distance is this bluish tealish moon that is almost eclipsing Umbrea, as Umbrea is covered with all of these black and red clouds, those same clouds that were blocking out any type of sunlight that had casted the world into darkness. And as you look into Umbrea, you feel like there's a connection, a broken connection that is trying to retether itself as you look at Umbrea, as you begin to faintly hear these voices, and then it's quickly snapped.
I don't know if this just looks down on our world or if this is something I should jump into.
I would definitely not jump into it, Miss.
Any other time.
All right.
Any other time we can.
Shake the idea on my head.
Minnis, get away from that! As I'm flying above him.
Yeah, I mean, Armos can definitely tell what I'm getting thinking. You're right. All right. Woo, you can thank Morgan for this one. I'm going to bonus action drink in a large potion. And Minnis doubles in size. Can you make my character double size?
Sure.
Just for fun? Yeah! I'm going to start slinging bullets. Wait, no, he's gone. So I'm going to take an action. I will use a dodge action in case he comes back and tries to hit me. Or something tries to hit me.
Okay, you take a dodge action. And while you prepare yourself, silence hushes over the landscape. On your initiative, as you're getting ready for something to strike you, all three of you, make me a perception check.
Oh, 22.
22.
I got a 23.
19.
All three of you notice this As you're looking around, you hear the rhythmic waves of the blood ocean as they splash against this black marble column as the blood pours into it from the edges of this platform. As the blood shard throne illuminates, seconds pass. And you look all around you. There's no walls, but an endless sea of blood. And as you gaze out to the vastness, you see that it curves like a horizon typically does, but it does not curve downward. Instead, it curves upward. And the red ocean blends seamlessly to the red astral sea above you, where this moon is hanging over you ominously. And you start to notice that the waves are moving in rhythm. And as the waves move, the waves are moving to the beat of a heartbeat as the blood moves rhythmically all around you. We're going to move to initiative 20, which is a lair action. And Minnis, as you're looking around, skittish, as if something is about to strike, you notice a blue stream of energy come up from the hole. This little whirl of souls, similar to the one you saw from slaying the false Hydra, except this one does not extend to the moon high above. Matter of fact, it goes to a crystal that Drell had just exploded with his axe, and you see more shards begin to materialize as he begins to retake shape, as the crystal is now standing before you yet again. As you see that he cracks his neck and all the shards splinter back into shape.
As I said, worthy.
But now you must repay
your borrowed power that brought you here.
And you see that his gauntlet clenches into a fist. Do you each know how many blood shards you consumed on this adventure?
0 for Minnis.
1 for Drell.
Yeah.
Thousands.
So Armos, it is theoretically thousands, but you yourself did not absorb them for power. It was your tome. But you did use 2.
Well, here.
Oh, okay. I think I know which ones.
Technically 3.
You have consumed a
2.
total only of 2 blood shards. You have not consumed any other for personal gain. On this adventure, I have hinted that you could use blood shards, imbue them with weapons to make them stronger, and have given you opportunities to use them for more powerful attacks if you needed it. And Armos, you have taken that advantage twice. Drell, you have tried to take that advantage once, but instead you ejected it directly into your body and not imbued it into a vessel for you to use.
I mean, it's so long ago, though. Who even remembers?
For every blood shard
I have no regrets.
that you have taken, you are going to take 5d12 damage.
What kind of damage?
Blood inside you, it is not necrotic, it is not radiant force damage. As you are going to take 5d12 per blood shard. So Armos, you are going to take 10d12 damage as your blood boils and pops within inside of you, as you feel like you cannot withstand your own body, as you take 67 points of force damage. Drell, you are going to take 36 points of force damage as the two of you are brought to your knees, and you lose your next action as you are stunned in pain.
Guys, what's happening?
You have the stunned condition. As we move to initiative 20,
But I'm stunned.
you are stunned. Yes.
So I can't move or do anything? I don't think I can move. I don't think I can.
Can't move. Can.
You are incapacitated. Creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls are made with advantage. Yep, so you lose this turn as you regain your composure at the end of it. And we move to initiative 18, which is Christo. A Christo looks at now a stunned Drell and begins to make 4 attacks onto him. They are all made with advantage. First one's going to be a 23.
Misses.
This is... You see it doesn't break your skin as he's trying to like hammer down. The second one is going to be a 27.
So I don't get a reaction, right?
Not get a reaction.
Okay, well then that's on the dot. That is on the dot then.
27 is the number you have. That's your AC. All right, the second one misses, and the third one, another 27. You take a total 41 points of magical bludgeoning damage and 14 points necrotic damage as he slams down. Boom, boom, as you are stunned in place as he hits you twice with his ruby gauntlet. As you move back to initiative 23, Minnis.
What did you do to my friend? As I turn into Trimus with a bonus action, and that is cast at 4th level, I believe. Guardian of Nature. I am now Trimus, and I'm gonna just shoot sling bullets at him. All right, first one is going to be a 27.
Hits.
Next one is going to be a 24.
Hits. His 20. Oh, I'm sorry. His 20 AC means nothing.
Apparently.
Astounded. Look how easy this is.
Yeah, okay. All right, buddy.
It's amazing.
That's going to be 16 points of force damage.
Okay.
Plus another 14 points of force damage. And the Sids do another 6 points of force damage after I hit. As you see a little spectral Sid riding on the back of the first spectral Sid.
As you sling these volley of shots to him, as they leave holes, as you're jamming knights with each shot, and you see that the holes are having trouble reforming, as they reform a lot slower than they should be. What else are you doing?
Oh, that was everything I could do, so.
We're going to move to initiative 20, which is a lair action. As you begin to see another ray, another stream of this light coming through the hole, but rather going to a Christo, you see that it forms on another location just beside you, Minnis, as it arches over you, as you see a light swarm of shards begin to make another form of a Christo, as two stand before you, as you see this other bull-like being, looks exactly like you, but 8 feet tall. You're seeing double, and both of them echo in your mind as if they're both speaking to you at the same time. Knowledge is bliss, and life is infinite. No matter how much I set, it will always be more. And you see his eyes widen for the first time as a second Christo has joined the fight. As we move, staying on initiative 20 is Armos.
I look at the new Christo and I say, "You sent Ritzgulak like a ravaging hyena. You tried to kill Drell like a coward after striking him down on a beach after we just fought a false Hydra. Then you ran like a coward and hid in the shadows. You had Ritzgulak tear Layla from this world, not because it was necessary, because you wanted to see if it would break me. You thought the despair would stop me. You thought the grief would hollow me out. But all it did was forge me into something worse than you can imagine. I've clawed my way through every lie, every trap, every curse, dealt, and false promise. I've bled every edge I could find, twisted every spell I had to cut deeper in than it was meant to. No more tricks, no more pawns, no more gods behind curtains. I'm done running your mage. I didn't come here to fight fair. I came to end you. You crave rage like a starving god. Good. I got a bottomless well of it, and tonight you drowned. The blood shard that's in my tomb, I cast it on the well and block it from block it so that nothing else can come out of it.
Yo.
So you take the blood shard and you summon it, block the well.
What an idea.
Also, Minnis, look out.
You see as this, as you use the second ability that you were able to use with these blood shards, you take the giant one and you set it on top of this hole that is overlooking Brea and the moon. He looks towards the blood shard and he looks at you, and you know that you can see him for his true self. And he gestures to all of himself as the cloak bellows before you.
And look how strong you've become. All these obstacles, all that knowledge you've consumed to get here. Because of me. Because of what I gave you.
And he's referring to the pact you originally made with him. He goes, because of my power,
You are here, worthy of a fight. You cannot win. But
one thing you are mistaken. I never left. I hung in the sky, watched you. My
watching every move.
I want to, since I got stunned, my concentration is kaput, I'm assuming, correct?
Oh, concentration breaks on.
That's unfortunately what I'm reading, and I don't wanna.
Yes, because when you're stunned, you're considered incapacitated. When you're incapacitated, your concentration.
Tony, I'm gonna need you to read the rules and know everything
You're
of what your
absolutely
spells
correct.
do
I've been lawyered.
before we come in to play the game. Please make sure that you're.
I have been rules lawyered.
Okay, so I don't have bless anymore then.
Not have bless.
Well, that's what I just said. So, thanks for reiterating
echoing.
that, man.
No problem.
So what I'm gonna do from there, I am going to cast. So I'm gonna cast Hex as my action, and I'm gonna make it Constitution, and then I'm gonna go about 30 feet to the south. Is Sid still there?
Yes.
I use Sid as cover. I know he's probably still small, but
Tiny.
Sid Prime.
Yeah.
That you're next to.
Yeah.
He's small.
I grab him and then cover his eyes for what my next turn's about to be.
As we move to initiative 18, which
I've lost
are
my connection.
which is a Christo. The first one is going to continue to look at Drell, and he is going to make 4 attacks. He's going to make 2 attacks with a 24 to hit and a 16 to miss.
Both miss.
Both miss as you block
reaction.
those attacks.
I'm gonna use a riposte.
Awesome.
Yeah, 24 to hit.
Hits.
That's 25 damage.
25 damage. Love it.
Yeah.
On his turn. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so that's gonna be that a Crystal's turn. The other one that's facing Minnis, you see it looks at you. It's going to take 1 attack with his fist. 28 to hit. See, I need these numbers on screen.
Jeez.
That's gonna be 21 points of magical bludgeoning and 3 points of necrotic.
I'll use a reaction,
Sure.
and I will teleport about 30 feet closer to Sid Prime and Armos,
Okay.
and that gives me half, and that gives me reaction to that incoming damage. So I take half of that, which makes my concentration check a lot easier, which I pass with flying colors.
Nice. He's going to use his last attack. As you see, he breaks into thousands of shards as he uses his shard ability. You have recognized this from the last time you fought him on the beach in episode 97. Shout out to my favorite episode. As he teleports between you and Armos, separating as a wall, dividing between the two of you. And you are going to make me a Constitution saving throw with DC 20. As all these shards go through, pierce you like little knives. You too, Armos.
Passed with a somewhere around a 22. I don't feel like doing the extra math.
Nice. Armos.
Isn't that one?
You're going to take 21 points of magical slashing damage. Minnis, you're going to take half. Move to initiative 16.
I take half.
No, it's magical slashing.
Yeah.
As we move to initiative 16, Drell.
Okay. So I am fighting against the other one. So I'm going to take 3 attacks on him.
Roll hit.
That is a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
That is a 21 to hit.
Hits.
And that is a 26 to hit.
Hits.
It is 77 damage.
77 points of damage as you slash through him 3 times as he has trouble reforming and once again disperses into a swarm of shards. Similar as last time as he floats there into thousands of these little pieces.
And then I'm going to bonus action second wind and try to get some HP back.
Second win.
Yep.
Move to initiative 23 minutes. How much HP are you getting back, Drell?
That is going to be 25 HP back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, Minnis.
All right. I am going to. So with a 4th level spell slot, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon right next to the Christo next to me, and that is going to make an attack roll immediately. Nat 20.
Oh!
Let's go.
Good boy, Minnis.
That's 23 points of force damage from the Sid.
That's amazing.
The spectral Sid pops into view, and I take my sling bullets. Good job, Spirit Sid. And I throw sling bullets at the one next to Drell.
That one is already destroyed.
Oh.
He had destroyed it.
I didn't even realize you destroyed it. I'm just gonna make my sling bullets shots at disadvantage, but because I have advantage, it cancels out from point blank range. And that is going to be, that is going to be I think that is a 19 to miss.
That is going
Barely.
to miss.
But the next one hits with a 30.
Nice. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
And I'm obviously going to add Sid to that damage. Oh, wow. Sid and the... okay, D4 added a little bit. As it takes 16 points of force damage at point blank range from my sling.
You see, as you like unload these shots, leaving these blue holes through his body, you hear the words in this other language, as Armos heard before. Expunge. And you're going to make a Constitution saving throw of a DC 20 as uses a reaction as you explode into this necrotic energy.
I need a 3 or higher to pass this. No! That is a... yeah, that's a 19.
19 points. Oh, okay. So you fail with a 19. You're going to take 9 points of necrotic damage. Nothing too serious. Nothing too serious. Yeah.
There you go.
No big deal. No big deal.
Pass my concentration check. As I fist bump Spirit Sid, and it moves to the next turn.
Nice. As we're going to move to initiative 20, which is a lair action and Armos. Armos, you go, because actually you should have been going first on lair actions. Lair actions always go last. I apologize.
That's ridiculous. There shouldn't even be 2 fucking Christos then. How dare you?
Theory, yes.
I just wish my DM knew the rules so that we could have this all planned out and, we wouldn't have these issues.
Yeah, if you don't know how to use your spells, man, you shouldn't be using them.
Okay.
Is this what?
All right.
Consequence of my own actions.
Still clutching Sid Prime, grasps him even a little closer as he holds him to his chest with his kind of forearm blocking his view.
That's why I couldn't see.
Minnis, duck.
Okay.
And I cast Finger of Death. Constitution saving throw at disadvantage of a DC 19.
23.
Oh, wait. Disadvantage? Disadvantage.
Yep.
This guy's got a lot of bonuses.
Takes 59 damage halved.
Halved. 59 points of damage.
But then takes a humble 1d6 for my hex.
Oh,
Hey, every point matters. Every point matters.
to the 6.
It's a 2.
It helps.
No reaction from him, as he doesn't have a face. As you see him in his true crystal version. As we move to the lair action.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Jeez, bro.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
I take Sid Prime and I throw him over to Spirit Sid, and I throw him up to Spirit Sid to catch him as I take off 30 feet to the northeast to get some distance. I think that will be my full turn.
Nice. Staying on initiative 20 is a lair action. As you see the blood shard begins to rumble that is over the well, as you see tremors, as the blood shard begins to crack. Not because he's simply casting it away, but because there is a burst of energy that are shining through it. It looks like pure sunlight as this fiery orange beam explodes the blood shard as the whole well as it comes in by this beam of light that shoots all the way up. As you recognize this spell as Sunburst, as this beam of light, this huge laser explodes the blocked path, destroying that blood shard and now leaving it open. Did you buy yourself some time? Who knows?
Sounds like it. Oh my god.
However, it definitely could have. However, the platform around you begins to crack as you see it splinters out from all directions. As you see it begins to splinter out around the well. As the cracks begin to pour more blood into the ocean below you. And you see it slowly splitting. For this round, it is still connected, but you see it begin to split more and more as blood begins to pool around your feet on the black marble stone. As you move to initiative 18, which is a Christo. The one that is still destroyed and broken is in front of Drell, and there's still only one image of a Christo in front of you. As the dead one in front of Drell tries to reform, and he goes to attack you. Make me a contested strength check as he tries to grab you.
Contested strength check. I'm enlarged, so I make those with advantage. That's why. I was like, why do I feel like I have advantage?
Cool.
All right. Okay, that's pretty good. I get to reroll this just in case. Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
Woo, 28 if you need it, but natural 20.
Didn't roll a 33, but spirit of natural 20s, you are not gripped. As you see that you try to weasel out of it, as you overpower him. But you notice that the way you overpowered him was by sheer luck with that 20, as you felt this immense strength coming from him. He's going to use his attacks to continue to beat on you.
2J, as one of the Sids pushes his foot a little bit to give me an extra little.
You see he hits you with a 31 and then hits you with a 29. So you're going to take both those attacks.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be 19 points of magical bludgeoning damage and an additional 21 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
19 and 21.
And an additional 15 points of necrotic damage total. You see he comes down with this combo of moves. And with his fourth attack, you see he launches his hand out again as another cone of blood.
Passes the first concentration check. Take that. So 21 total damage that I'll have using a reaction. And poof, 30 feet away to the northwest.
30 feet away. Ooh. Are you in? Yes. Oh, Drell, you make the cut as this cone of blood spews out in front of you as you just feel this, the wet coagulated blood pounce onto your armor. But you're not taking any damage here. Minnis, make me a Constitution saving throw with DC 20.
Nice. Pass without the modifiers.
You're going to take half of 58 points of necrotic damage here.
Jeez.
And you see he walks forward towards you, ignoring Armos. And as he ignores Armos, he speaks as his voice reverberates in all of your minds. To kindle godship would be to ignite the astral sea. I will slay, slaughter, and suffocate endlessly until your puny gods not only see me as one of them, but as
a titan not to be reckoned with.
they deem it so that they will not interfere, no matter how much I slay and prey upon your world. But no amount of your false courage will stop me. Not the ones before you, not you, and not the many that will come after you.
I will make my place here.
As he walks towards you, as the cracks beneath the floor split. As we go to initiative 16, you see as the islands begin to form from the pedestal, all of these platforms split apart from the center. As waterfalls of blood begin to spew out, platform begins to break around the well from where this moon-like energy was coming through. You see that the floor splits from one island to many as blood begins to pour and splinter out and splash into the blood ocean far beneath you, as the three of you are now separated on these islands of bleeding marble. That is where we're going to end this week's session.
It's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it's getting real.
Yeah.
It's getting real.
Yeah. You know, things are happening. Things are happening. I got to put you guys, as there is now a new terrain to fight on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious, before we go into the after show, how you guys think you're faring so far?
Hanging on.
I'm just waiting for a full turn.
Yeah,
You know the
right?
vibes.
Well, I don't think you're going, man. I mean, this is the boss. This is the boss. Let's get into it. He's dealing some damage. He's throwing you guys some hooks.
Sure is. You're not kidding.
Do you guys have any
Right.
plans? I mean, we'll talk about it in the after show, but give a little something.
Before this happened, I was gonna seal the well again.
It wasn't a bad turn.
love that
Yeah.
you sealed
I
the
had
well.
another way of definitely sealing it so that it couldn't get any more of those guys out, which
It's not
would have been cool.
permanent.
True,
True.
but We'll find out next time. Yeah, so
Maybe.
traversing is going to be quite a
It's gonna be a task.
problem.
Yeah, you got some distance in between these islands. I mean, some people might have some issues. I think others will fare pretty well. If you got like a misty step, you should be
I
fine.
wish.
Drell took 5 of those, right?
Yeah.
Drell took 5 of those, right? In the ring. Minnis can hover. It's all right.
And hover. That's right.
Yeah.
It'll help a little bit.
Oh, okay. I think I already know what I'm going to do for Spectral Sid over here.
Can he interact with Spectral Sid? Can anybody interact with Spectral Sid?
Oh, yeah. Can I?
It's a weapon.
the-
It's a spell.
I mean, you don't
The
need to
spell
do
says
anything to
no.
it because it floats on its own.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it floats around.
It floats ominously.
Yes, it floats ominously.
But no, it's cool.
I can move it around.
All right. I mean, I know you guys are probably wondering what's going on here. Seems a little anticlimactic. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's about to get
It's all
climactic.
going quarter play.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Why are you saying maybe?
see.
Like you didn't make the
I
final
don't know.
boss wild and crazy. And
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think I made it wild. Maybe it was anticlimactic is what I was going.
yes, that is what you were going for.
Because I hyped everything else up. Maybe he's just another dude.
He is. He's just another dude. Armos is
Another
going to
dude.
show him that. Let me tell you.
Comes from a realm of blood. All right, we're gonna go into the after show. This is fun. I'm having a lot of fun. I want to talk about in the after show if you guys have noticed any key mechanics, if anything has jumped out at you. I want to know what you're planning. Hopefully I won't give too much away.
I'm not telling
I
you.
don't know
what
if I'm
planning.
going to tell you. Yeah. I don't know about
Listen,
that.
I'm
tell
not going
you.
to change anything. It's
No.
all there. It's all there in
You
black
get
and
to
white.
find
I
out.
already have it.
Playing it live.
Okay. I like it. And you know what? With that being said, I think we're going to go on to our Patreon shout-outs.
No wreck. Nice.
All right. And listen, it's the end of campaign. They know what we like. We know what they like. I just started watching Yellow Jackets. It's pretty good. There's the wreck.
We
There
each
you
get
go.
one.
Wow.
I just stole it.
How about we each
There's
get
the wreck. All right, it's fine. Dan, what's your wreck?
So, Tony, you said Yellow Jacket?
Yeah, I'm only on episode 4. I don't even know if the show's solid or not, but it is good. It is good. Better than I thought it would be.
Love, Death, and Robots is back.
Ah, nice.
Yep. Some of them are okay, but there are others that are brilliant. So just go watch
Did you get to the
brilliant ones.
Warhammer one?
And don't watch the Mr. Beast one.
Oh. Did you get to the Warhammer one?
I watched them all. I've seen them all.
Oh, you did? The Warhammer one is...
I don't think that's Love and Death and Robots. I think that's the other show.
Oh, is it the other one? But it was made by
Yeah.
them.
I think
Is
it's
that what it
thinking
was?
of
Yeah, I
Level
think it was
Up.
made by some of them.
Level Up was made by Love, Death, and Robots, I thought. Maybe that's where I'm getting confused.
Yeah,
Probably.
That's all like each video game scenario. Yeah. What's yours, Jared? What's your Rick?
You know what? There. I'll just do that one. I was going to do something else, but you know what? Since we're on the topic, go check that out.
Level Up?
The Warhammer one is, like, even if you're not a fan, it sticks with, like, I've never seen something just stick with a theme and just ride it out. Like, it is gratuitous, it is raw, it is unapologetically itself the entire time, and I am here for it. It's
Everybody's
so
a Warhammer fan. They just don't know it yet.
the world is awesome. It is the best action, like the world itself, not the show, but the world itself of Warhammer is the best action you can get. It's just
40K, right?
yeah, yep. It's great.
People argue. People get mad. He doesn't know the difference between 40,000 and regular Warhammer. Meh.
It's great.
How about you, Alec?
But yeah, check it out. I think it's great if you're into that kind of thing. Alec?
I don't know. I don't have
One
one.
Piece card game.
Nice, man. Way to reduce me to a game, dude. Nice, man. Fuck. I don't know. Yeah, I honestly just don't have one. So,
Just say like Chalubas.
well, definitely not that. Beefy 5 layers from Taco Bell.
There you go. Beefy
Yeah.
5 layers.
Yeah, 5-layer I get the 5-layer burrito. This stuff slaps.
All right, we're going to go ahead and go to the Patreon shout-outs. Give me your most 5-layer burrito goodbye.
Oh, goodbye.
Jesus Christ.
Goodbye.
Later.
It's summertime, patrons, and that means it's time for the annual Ivory Boulder Rock Slide Festival. My parents started this tradition when we first settled outside of Gilo, and you can expect all kinds of fun activities, such as boar wrestling, boulder throwing, and the dramatic avalanche competition. This is where you try to make the biggest rock slide possible using only your horns. There are a lot of rules, but I'll go over that another day. For now, let's shout out all the lovely patrons who decided to help run the festival this year, starting with the Shadow Smugglers. The Dread, it is good to have you back. It is also amazing that you were able to help burn the coals for our firewalking competition. All the Minotaurs in my clan were so excited to see green flames for the first time. Although, maybe we should turn down the temperature next year. I had to healing word a lot of scorched hooves. Julius Kendrick, I don't know how you keep finding my location, but your presence at this festival was surprisingly fun. Our clan doesn't shy away from the grotesque, and most of the guests loved your animated skeleton show. It was amazing that you worked with Reese to create such a spectacle. The Warrior Minotaurs will not stop talking about it. Annie, Master of Weapons, your blacksmith stall was a huge hit. Most of the warriors in the Ivory Boulders clan had no idea what a pike was before you came into town. I don't think they really liked the armor, but I heard you took 127 orders. Well, I know it was 127 orders because I was sent the bill. These Minotaurs don't really get out much. Next are the Bloodshard Bandits. Morgan Ulthil, you and your fox put on the most wonderful performance for the young Minotaurs. I saw one of the youngins trying to train a flying squirrel how to backflip after watching your show. We will absolutely have you back next year, if you're able. Just next time, please don't give the kids any more potions. They got a little bit addicted. Artemis, I really appreciate you running security for this event. I heard you took down a group of gnolls that ran towards the Drell statue I carved out during the art competition. It's crazy that gnolls were found in these parts. So weird. Craig Donbringer, your closet riding arena was a big hit with the children. How were you able to train that thing to behave so well? It's like you two have this special bond, an immaculate connection, a practical pact. Oh, wait, I understand now. Knockmock, Novo was overbooked, so it's amazing you were able to make it on such short notice to run your enchanting food cart. There were so many exotic forms of jerky and soups and kebabs. Although, maybe cool it on the defamatory remarks about Novo next time. Let's keep your competition friendly, shall we? Avanox, I was a bit hesitant to hire you since you are pretty new to the Bloodshard Bandits, but Artemis spoke highly of your work. You did an amazing job keeping Armos out of the private area reserved for the elders, despite his tricks. And don't think I didn't notice you on your break taking first place on the firewalking competition. Well done. Shade Greyfire, thank you for your well-thought-out speech during our flag-raising ceremony. It was so inspiring when you talked about overcoming demons and hags. I probably should have told you it was a flag-raising and then burning ceremony, though. Everyone was moved, but a bit confused at what it had to do with our hatred for the neighboring bugbear tribe. That's on me. Brandy Woodburner, your wine pairing stall was such a wonderful idea. I never thought to drink honey wine with a spicy stew. Oh, but please make note to cut Drell off after 10 mugs next time. He got into sad Drell mode and wouldn't stop talking to the Minotaurs about Boxy. Sly, were you even at the festival? I couldn't find you anywhere. I did hear there was a hooded figure seen leaving flowers and fixing decorations around the festival. Did you have anything to do with that? But hey, next are the Sidget College alumni. Thank you for spending your summer break with us. David LaChance, I noticed you were going pretty hard at the Sid Spectacular After Party. I hope you had a great time. Casey, thank you so much for contributing to the festival fund, even though you weren't able to make it this year. I sent you a drawing of Miranor falling off an animated stone bull. I hope you like it. Punk, It was amazing having you and your band play at the closing ceremony. Your type of music went so well with our tradition of breaking our old chairs with boulders. Mongo, thanks for helping everyone set up their stalls before the festival. It's a shame you napped through most of the games afterward, however. I'll designate a Sid to wake you up next time in case it happens again. Saint Chaos, we all love your brews, but if you try to sabotage Brandy's stall again, you will be banned from the festival. We will still order from you, of course, but rules are rules. Eris, it was wonderful having a Genasi visit our humble village. You and Artemis did a great job fighting those gnolls. I also love the part where you mistook Miranor for a beast and tackled him. That was so great. And last but not least, we have Humbrea's heroes. Bjorn Battleborn and Drown got joint first in the Rage competition. They're still very mad, though, that they tied. Truckle Darts drew the most wonderful illustrations at her booth of John Carroll and Johnny Tarr going crazy during the pie eating competition. Sludge Lone Star, Man with Glass, and Taslin did suspiciously good at the bottle bow and arrow game and walked away with a ton of stuffed Reginalds. Hart and Barry Brandbottle came in first place at the amateur brewers competition and got way too drunk off their own supply. Jesus and Iskor Storm got into a shouting match over who was the better Dragonborn warlock, as Nico, a human warlock, drank their brandy awkwardly behind them. And that should be everyone that helped out with this year's Rock Slide Festival. If you would like to help out with the next one, go on over to patreon.com/DND404 and subscribe to any of the tiers from Humbrea's Heroes all the way up to the Shadow Smugglers. Then I can personally thank you here at the end of every episode. Celebration. Until next time, everybody.